have about 100 projects in process here. So one of the things about being here, living in Colombia, and especially during coffee season, so we're still working on putting the fence for the dog. So we have asked quite a few different people to do it, who we were told recommended that do work in, who work on farms. Basically, they're all our neighbors. They all say, yeah, we'll do it. They come, they look, they say, yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and start. They never show up anyway. So this has happened multiple times. So basically, we want to put a fence in for the dog because he escapes. So yeah, this has been like 3 weeks at least. So we decided we're just going to start it ourselves, which we started on the other side of the property and we realized how hard it was. That's why we were going to hire people. But since no one's coming, I guess there's like a tool that you can put up a barbed wire fence. So we're going to buy that in town and start it. But we did start on the outside. Yeah, I didn't start this part, but I'm going to help do the rest. Because yeah, we're just going to get the tool and do it ourselves. But we started on the outside yesterday. So you can see it's much better than what we did before, because before we didn't really know what we're doing. So we're going to put this fence all the way down to the end of the property, which is way over there past the guadua, basically so the dog can't escape. And then we're going to put a fence through the middle of the property so he can run half of the property, and then below I can have room for down there. I'm going to put like chickens and stuff. Yeah, so my garden project down there is failing. I have my compost still. So that is one project, the fence. And then there's a water tank that goes here. So the well on the property is over there. Like there's a river, I don't know if you can hear it. So there was an old water tank here, if you saw a few of my original videos from that house. So we're moving this, we're creating a flat space here for the motorcycles, and we're going to put the water tank back here because it's big enough for the tank to give a little more space for the motorcycle. So they're going to be able to come from here to right there. So that's like project 2 and 3. So this is where the old water tank was sitting here, and you can see if we just move it back, there's more space. And then we'll have more space for the yard, because the yard's very small. I mean, the property's quite large, but when you deal with on a hill, you have to kind of work with the space you have. So we'll have more space here. And then another thing I took out, I don't know if you remember, there was a huge tree here, but it was just like it wasn't a tree that produces food, and it was just creating a lot of shade, and it wasn't really beneficial, and it was creating a huge mess over the road. At first I wanted to keep the tree because I thought, well, it'll help block the house from people seeing in, yada yada yada. Anyways, I decided no. So I took out that whole stump. I'm going to create a little garden bed here because it's really sunny, and I'm also competing with the sun. So you see, that's my bed over there is really shaded. So I already have a few things growing. This is Mexican oregano and beans and marigolds. Puppy's favorite spot. Spot is quite shady also, so I probably won't put much here, plus the dog likes to lay here. So this, I might just put a few shady things that like shade, like lettuce and such. This is lemongrass, which I moved some of it because the dog was laying in it and destroying it. And then this is a garden bed that doesn't get enough sun. Everything's kind of died except for this funky fruit that I don't know what it is, but they're not ripe yet. And I have some beans growing here. They're growing, oh my gosh, they're all the way up. So I'm leaving those weeds because the beans love to crawl. So those are doing well. And some of this is okay, but I had tomatoes get some blight, so I took out most of my tomatoes because they were all dying. Anyways, more lemongrass here. And we're also creating another project. We're gonna make the garden beds basically go all along the fence down here. And then another project is we're gonna buy little shrubs and put on the outside of the property. No, venga. as well as get rid of these trees here. And I don't know if you remember, I had a coffee dryer there. That whole thing was destroyed in a storm, so I'm working on taking that down. I might put a greenhouse there or something. I'm not sure yet. Come on, venga. Baki, venga. Come on, Baki, venga. Venga. Muy bien. One of the biggest projects, we actually bought a wood stove because most Colombian farms have a wood stove and we didn't have one and we wanted one. So the co-op, I don't know, the Federation of Coffee Farmers, they were selling them. They came to our house one day, we asked how to get one. So we got, well, as you see, this is where the wood stove will go and this is all the stuff. So we bought the stove, but now we're waiting for someone to come put it together. So basically, the dog's been using this as a climbing mountain. I know, it's probably not the best, but whatever. And all the stuff to put the stove together is under here. So, because we bought it and paid for it. So yeah, and under here is like the oven and the top. So yeah, they're gonna put it right here because the eventual plan is to make this kitchen bigger. So we'll extend it out to there, but that's not a project in process, but this is a project in process. Hopefully she comes tomorrow. And well, we were told she's coming tomorrow, but yet again, that's like, that's kind of how it is here. They tell you a time frame and you just have to expect like it's going to be like 2 or 3 times longer than they tell you. And of course the guy from the fence, one of the guys came by yesterday and asked, and we're just like, no, we're just going to do it ourselves because it's coffee season, they don't have time. But of course in January they'll all want to come because there'll be no work. But we'll probably be started by then, and I don't know, probably cheaper if we do it ourselves anyways. Yeah, so that's mini projects. I've decided that, okay, I've been making a garden down in my guaduas, and I've realized nothing's gonna grow there because the roots are so invasive. So I have a few things growing. I'm basically gonna let all the trees, everything grow, but I'm gonna put my chickens down there and probably, if I can find ducks somewhere, I'm gonna get ducks. So that's the plan for that. You can see it's way down there in this area. Because there's a river over there. There's a river back there. Come on, Baki, venga. You want to go into the river? You guys want to go to the river? Get some treats for you. Because we don't go anywhere without their treats. Muy bien. You guys want to go to the river? Come on. Come on, buddy. I'm collecting all this wood because I'm going to make some biochar. So this is why it's such a disaster. This is the water tank that we are in process of fixing. And that's a uchoa. Uchoa? Oh, I can't pronounce it. I'll write it. But it's a fruit. So I'm going to burn all this for biochar. And I'm working on cleaning this up also. But yeah, if you realize, also I'm putting in a little bit of a garden here because this is all sunny area and all my plants go really well. It's in tires, but you can see there's like a pineapple here. I have oregano and I have something called acetaminophen. Not like Tylenol, but it's like a plant. This is also a ice cream bean tree, but I don't see any pods. Okay, so this is, I just decided I'm just going to keep this as a food forest. I'm going to start planting. There's room for some trees. So I'm going to plant some papaya and stuff down here because papaya really likes the sun. I moved one of my, what is this called? Verba buena, I think. Oh, except for this is such an invasive weed. I'm going to kill it. It likes to strangle everything. I think it's jewweed or jewelweed, I think is what it's called. Jewelweed? I don't know. But unfortunately, it's really pretty, but it will kill your trees. This is a mint from the mint family. I think it's they call it Verba buena here. Verba buena, I think, yeah. You can drink it and put it in teas and stuff. It's really good. But you can't kill, you can barely kill mint. Well, I lied. I'm killing a mint right now. It's like a peppermint spearmint, so I think it's more sensitive. But this one I just moved from the front of the house and put it here, and it really likes it. And I put some in the front of the house, in the front as well. But I'm gonna chop and drop this tree because it's really fast growing. It'd be perfect. This is a lemon or an orange tree, which is very happy here in the sun. And come on, take these guys to the river because it's so hot. You can see how sunny it is. Look at them. It's time. It's coffee season. You can see all the coffee. Come on, buddy. Oh, the other day I saw a snake down here. It was just a little black snake. But this is the garden bed that I did. And yeah, nothing's growing. It's really sunny, but I think it's because of the invasive guadua. I do have a few things here. I sort of created, oh my good, they're flowering. These are beans that grew from the compost. And I created like a little trellis for them to grow up. Well, I just basically shoved a big old tree in there and hoisted it. Then I have, this is a avocado tree. This is a lulo, which I found another lulo, but I'm gonna keep it. And this is another avocado. I might remove that one. Compost. So this all grew from the compost. So I decided this is gonna be where I'm gonna put my animals down here because I can just block off what's growing. And there's a spring here that I can turn into a big pond because I want ducks. And you can see the dogs love to go down to it. But once they have a fence, they're not coming down here. But yeah, so this is growing really nice. Oh, I have some squash blooms. A tomato looks like it has blight. Oh, this blight is killing everything. I'll burn that. Don't go too far, guys. See, the dogs are in the spring. We love it. Yeah, so I think I have blight. So I've been taking out all my tomato plants. But this is some squash growing. You know, squash grows everywhere. More beans. I made like another bean trellis here. And some corn back there growing, which is growing nicely. Everything else is dying, which is fine now that I decided not to use it as a garden. I think the soil's just not great. Until I can fix my compost in my soil, that's just gonna be what happens. So I'm focused on my upper garden now more. And down here, making into, you can see I already have a bunch of trees. I'm letting this guadua grow because I will use it to make a chicken coop. There's a little one. See, look at her. I'll show you. And then there's a bunch of fruit trees anyways. I have some citrus. I'm not sure exactly what kind because they all kind of look the same to me. Puppy, look at, I'll show you the spring that they buff. Come on, venga. Baki, venga. This is the spring they drink out of, but I can just dig it out and it goes down through here and it'll drain. So I can put some ducks or something because, you know, ducks need water. But, I mean, I love this area, really. But if I can get some chickens to clean it up, we'll see. I was making this into I might turn this into like a composting kind of pile. I saw the snake over there somewhere. I think it was probably sunbathing in the heat. Let's see. This is why I always wear my big boots. And this can be burned. I'm going to burn all this stuff too. Come on, buddy. Nothing's growing here. Everything's dying. It's so hot. Soil's crappy. Come on, you want to go to the river? This is the... Come on. Muy bien. See. Come on, Baki. Let's see if he's down there. Now he loves to dig in that river. You gotta get... It's so hot, buddy. Today's so hot, huh? We'll go this here because we're going to burn it. Come on. Let's go to the river. Come on. Here, I like to take them. This is one of the springs. Oh, okay. But I don't know what happened. It's not working. It hasn't been working. Everything, we had such a bad storms that everything kind of clogged up. Even our water stopped working for a day. We had to fix it. Come on, buddy. He loves coming to this river. Yeah, you love the river. Yeah? Yeah, buddy. Come on, venga. This is a lot of good stuff I can cut and feed my trees with also down here. Okay, I guess he's not feeling it. Come on, buddy. Back y venga. Yeah, so that's just like some updates on what's happening here, projects that we are working on, and so on. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys next video. Bye.